welcome back to my channel. So I'm here again with my friend, my crazy friend. What's up? Hey. So a lot of guys have been asking me about the whole racism thing in China right now. I'm sure that's like a hot topic that is going on with everyone, and people have been asking if I'm safe, if I'm this or that. So I have my friend here to also share experiences. We just want to share the experiences we have in China, like relating to this coronavirus and the racism that is going on with Africans, because apparently it looks like Chinese people are now making this virus look like it's from Africans, which is weird. Yeah. Guys don't mind the environment, you just came to have lunch and decided to shoot this video. So yeah, let's get into the video. I've been in China for almost 6 years, and so far there's been racism. I feel like racism really has always been there. I remember my first racist experience when I was in first year, and I got into a bus and the lady, like, she stood up just so she would not have to sit beside me. That kind of felt really weird, but that was the only time I felt weird. You know, anytime they stand up from my side, I just put my bag and stretch my leg, like, I don't care, like, that's just the way it was for me. So how was it for you?
For me, it's like the staring. They would stare, they're so rude.
Yeah, true.
They just be staring at you, like, as in literally somebody would just stand on the road, you're walking and they're just staring at you, and you know they're staring at you, they know you can see them staring at you, and they just keep staring, and I'm just like so it started with that. It's a little bit uncomfortable, of course, and then for me, it was when I started trying to teach, like trying to work. It was just like, oh, they don't want a black teacher, or they just say it to your face, they don't care. They're just like, oh, parents care about color. I've had my friends complain about, like, maybe they're black, maybe like they're like mixed or something, and the Chinese try to tell them to put on makeup so they can look prettier. I've had people tell me to put on makeup so I can look prettier for the parents. And it's just, after a while you kind of get used to it, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's true. You know, one time I went to, you know how the African hair is, so one time I think I was in first year, so I really didn't get the whole idea of how to like handle my hair by myself then. So I went to like this Chinese salon, and when I opened my hair, they asked me for how long has my hair been damaged. I'm like, yo, what you mean by my hair damaged? Like, excuse me, have you seen this pretty fro? Like,
it's like that part of the brain that says shut the fuck up. They don't have it.
Yeah, so there's always been racism. It's just really been there, but now really just feels more uncomfortable because you can actually feel there's a kind of
the
way
judgment. Now you feel the judgment. You're like, you're looking at it, you're like judgment day, like end time. You're looking at it's like standing in front of God now. You're just there, like, but it's not the same thing, of course, because these are just human beings. But you know, you just, when you step out of your house, you feel like, what if someone throws eggs at me? What if someone spits on my face? Like, what? You never know what's gonna happen. Now you're leaving your house. It doesn't feel like the way anyone else would leave their house, you know?
The news we heard before was that this whole racism thing, like, it started when one Nigerian guy ran away from the hospital and beat the Chinese nurse and assaulted her, and then they tried to like gather all Africans and then they tried to test everyone. But now it's really getting like out of hand because they just go to people's houses and just drag them out of their houses to quarantine them for, like, even people that haven't gone out of China for so long, say like people that have not left China for like 6 years, 7 years, they get them out of their houses and just like take tests for them or like just quarantine them for no reason. And I'm gonna insert some videos in this videos for you guys to see how they treat some Africans and stuff. And you know, the funny thing is that it's just only like black people they do this to. It's not like it's all foreigners. So I feel like now they just really have an agenda against black people, because literally they wrote it out like no black, like African something, no, are not allowed inside this mall. Like, we're not the ones that started this virus, excuse me. Like, we didn't start this virus, so how come you guys are making it seem like it's on us? Like,
and it's sad because they started the virus, but they're not homeless anywhere.
True.
No one is kicking them out on the streets.
Yeah.
A house is the most important thing a person can have. Like even if you don't have food, as long as you can drink water, you're good. But a house, you know, you need
shelter.
It's just not.
Imagine having to like be homeless in the
rain
cold.
is pouring on you.
They don't want to give us any room.
It's so messed up. And
so do you like feel safe like being in China now? Do you feel safe?
Nah, I don't feel safe anymore. I was gonna stay for a year after graduation, but like I don't think I'm gonna be doing that anymore.
Lala can just wake up one morning and send you out.
I feel like anybody can wake up one morning and do shit to me now. Like I feel like my landlord could do something, my neighbor could do something, anybody could do something now.
For me, I'm not really that scared of my landlord because he lived in the UK for over 12 years, so he kind of understands. He has Nigerian friends, so he really understands, and he's a very, very sweet guy. So like, I don't feel like he's just gonna come kick me out of my house because I'm from Africa or something. Yeah, maybe for other reasons, or maybe if the government like forces him to actually kick me out, there's that. But without that, I kind of feel okay. Once I'm inside my house, that's like my safe zone, so I'm still safe. But the moment I get out of my house, it doesn't really feel the same way anymore. I went to the gym maybe like 5 days ago or so, and this lady walked up to me and was like talking to me normally and stuff, and she said, oh, which country am I from? She was thinking I was Indian. Do I look Indian? No. So she was thinking I'm Indian, and I was like, no, I'm not Indian. And she asked which country are you from. Immediately I said Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
She just left, like she just, and I'm like, did I say anything wrong? So there's definitely that stigma Nigeria or being from Africa like carries now. Maybe probably because of what the news has spread to them. Who knows?
Generally the whole thing is based on ignorance. At least that's what most people say. You know, although I do think good people are good people and bad people are bad people. But generally, when you hear the way they talk, you can tell that they're really ignorant. Even the ones that do stupid shit, you can tell they're ignorant. And then sometimes you have Chinese people walk up to you, like trying to touch your skin, trying to see like, okay, is your skin like this? Yeah, or is your skin like this because you haven't showered in a long time?
Even
they're just stupid.
It's so funny because some Indians literally, like, you know, even Indians have like dark-skinned Indians.
Yeah.
One Indian literally asked me if I had dark skin because I did shower, and I'm like, yo, you guys have like dark-skinned Indians, so how can you ask me if I'm dark because I didn't shower? And
like they don't even want to learn, they don't want to educate themselves, they don't know and they don't care to know.
The ignorance is like stinking. Like second year we went hiking, guys. At least you have to listen to this story. So we went hiking with my classmates and like some of my African friends and like Chinese people, and then one of my classmates that kind of understands Chinese, and then he was telling us what the other Chinese old women were saying. They said they wanted to like push us down to see if we were going to bleed. We were on a mountain. They want to push us down to see if we would bleed because we are what? Stone. Like stupid. It's not to say that they're good Chinese people. Of course they're good Chinese people. My landlord is a good person. I can proudly and boldly say that. They're obviously like good Chinese people. So some of them are just so, I don't know.
Yes.
So
that's why I said they're good people and they're bad people. So when you meet a good Chinese person, you know. Even though they've never seen you before, they'll tell you something like, wow, you're so beautiful. Where are you from? Tell them they'll meet you and they'll say, wow, you're so beautiful, where are you from? I like Africans. I've met Chinese people that have collected my WeChat, just meeting me on the streets. One time I was sitting in Starbucks, this woman walked up to me, she was like, hi, I want to be friends with you. I want to be friends with foreigners, but I'm too shy. You're the first foreign girl I've seen. So some of them are really nice, you know. And me, my boss too, she's so nice, she's interested in the African culture. One time I was sitting at home showing her how to make a goosey and moi moi and all these things. She was so interested. She was saying she can't wait to come visit me and my family in Nigeria. Like, she's serious, she ain't even playing. My mom, she was like, come through, we will cook for you. She's so interested in my country. She's like, is it true that Nigeria is not so safe? And like, I was just like, it's just when it's late at night. So you see, she's interested in knowing stuff. She doesn't just sit down and say, oh, blah blah blah. And then she talks about her other friends that don't know better, and she feels bad for them. She's like, I feel so bad for them because Africans are so awesome, you know.
I know. We're awesome people, guys. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
But for now, in my city, I'm in Shenyang City. We're in Shenyang City, by the way.
Yeah.
For now, it's not really the same way it is in the central and southern part of China, like Guangzhou, Shenzhen areas. It's not really like that here, but it's just a matter of time, you know. News
and there's
flies.
some here anyway.
Yeah, there's some malls you can't go into, and like obviously it's probably not that prominent here, but that's not to say it would get here. It will probably still get here at some point, because last year I was looking for an apartment and I found some apartments only for the agent to tell me that the landlord said they don't want to take foreigners, or they don't want to take African, or because I'm dark skinned.
Even my apartment, the same thing happened. My landlord doesn't really like me. I already knew from the beginning, like they basically had to beg him to sell me the house. I was just like, okay, you know, they like money. It's so funny. They think they're better than us, but they can collect our money. So imagine thinking you're better than someone, but then it's basically like you're working for the person. Like, that's why I said stupid.
Guys, just pray for us in China, okay? We don't really feel that much safe. For now, Shenyang is still quite safe. It's still okay, but we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what is going to what kind of news the media is giving them or feeding them about Africans or whatever. And there are so many stories online. I try to like look for the videos or like some stories about people that are actually in Guangzhou to insert into this video, so you guys can just like have a look by yourself. The way they manhandle like people is just so.
Please spread awareness. Please spread awareness. It's not okay. Racism is not okay. We're all the same. Let's love each other, especially in this time.
This is a period where the world is supposed to like grab hands and like come together as one.
Nobody needs to be homeless at this time.
Yeah, it's not just racism for Africans now. Even like racism towards Chinese people. Like you don't cure like racism with more racism. Like I don't know how people think the world works. How can you say, okay, because you're racist to me, now I have to be racist to you? Like it doesn't really work that way.
Exactly. So
you don't cure racism with racism. Let's just try to be one. And this video is getting really long. It's getting late.
So the point is that as bad as things are right now, you know, I still do love China, and I've met some amazing Chinese people. So I just want to say that, so it doesn't look like, oh, I'm anti-China and all this kind of stuff. I've had good experiences here. I've had opportunities here that I know I wouldn't have in other countries. So I just want to put that out there. I just hope that the situation with racism can get better over time, because I'm sure there are also Chinese people enjoying Africa. So please, for sure, let's just keep the energy. Let's keep the same energy.
So guys, anyway, that is the end of this video, and I hope it made you guys well. We are safe. We're still fine, but we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. But for now, we're fine. We're safe. We just came out to have lunch together and make this video. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. As you can see, you guys probably see more of our face because all our friends are back home and China has literally locked them out of the country. Like foreigners can come back to China right now. So
we're the only Nigerians left. We're the only Nigerians left.
With me.
Everyone else is gone.
So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Peace out.
I'm an icon, and my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.